Hello, my name is Shudley, and welcome back for another episode of Heartland 3 in Black Ice mod as PRC. So, in previous episode, we got a little bit ground in the south, or near the coastline, but we're having a bit of bad luck in the north. Although we are still kind of holding on to the ground, but I think we are going to be losing Arkansum, which is where we built some of the pillboxes. We might go ahead and build another level pillboxes into Sonayugi, and then we'll probably go ahead and build a pillbox in where the headquarters or the core HQ used to be. We'll go ahead and queue those up to the top of the list. And I suppose we'll also go ahead and get the infantry that we're building above a lot of the planes in here, at least. There we go. Well, I suppose there's still quite a few ships that are above it, but we're starting to work on the armored division. It won't be done for a while, I reckon, but at least the work has started. And it's bloody expensive. We need a lot more reinforcements and some upgrades. But yeah, we are being pushed back pretty hard in here, in the north at least, because they've just got so much troops to send into the front line. And while we are having some good defensiveness in some areas, not so much in others. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... That one's going to have a problem in there, isn't it? I guess we could go ahead and send the mountaineers or the naval infantry out the mountains in Guangcheng. We are having some more troops that are... Ooh, Autarky. I'm going to go ahead and go ahead with that. Victor Julun. A bit more reinforcements. And the interceptors at least we're getting soon enough. I suppose what we could do... Oh, and a major defeat. Well, they lose 32,000 men. They lost almost 48,000, so at least they still took more casualties. But it's just they had so many divisions to attack with. Oh, Lung Hua is now attacking. I'm just going to go ahead and retreat. At least some of these that definitely need to get a bit of rest. But at least we're still holding on to the... Well, some of the lines in here. And this one's probably going to be a victory. We are still getting pushed back pretty hard from there. I do wonder if we could go ahead and send in another division just in case in here. I don't think it's going to get there in time, mind you, but at least we can maybe buy some a few days. Oh, yeah, we lost Balihan. Get some more aircraft factories. Oh, and close air support prototype is increased. So that's going to give us another 10 kilometers range for the close air support, which still is going to be only like 135. That does remind me, though. Did we already get the drop tanks? Not yet. It is somewhere on the list. So that's going to give the close air support another 40 kilometers range. So that might make it somewhat viable on the front lines again. Oh, we'll get the broadcasting soon. That'll be handy. So the battle in Lung Hua is at least going to be a victory. Oh, and the victory over here. Right, so that was the 30th Division that is leading defense in there. And that is honestly probably part of the reason why we're holding on to this. But also, we kind of need to just pull back from here. I don't think we can hold on to that. In which case, this one should just sit tight and start digging in. Oh, Qinglong was under attack for a brief moment. So, yeah, we got a bit of truth. Oh, major defeat. Yeah, we lost 11,000 men. They lost 7,000. That is a bit unfortunate. They got a lot of fairly effective units in here. And it's a very open terrain, so we can't get a lot of defensive bonuses or anything like that in there. I suppose another thing that I could do is get an airfield over here. So we'll have one in Guangcheng and another one in Tomorrotay. That way we can at least use the close air support and on the intended role at least a little bit. First we could go ahead and get that... Oh, right, hold on a minute. Where's the division HQ? Oh, right, that's in Taiwan. Yeah, I'm just going to move that to join with the fascist militia in here. It's not necessarily going to be all that important unit for us, but it's better than nothing. Oh, right, no, Guangcheng is now under attack by several units. Ooh, mercenary unit. I am probably going to buy a full-on brigade. Going to reduce the money that we get a little bit, but elite light infantry is quite handy. And that will be completed if we started producing it immediately, it will be done tomorrow. Then we'll just need to build a division around it, to be fair. Well, actually, in that case, we might not send the division HQ there. We can use that for the veteran division. And I suppose what we'll do is we'll build a... So it basically could be something like this. Not going to be too difficult to build. I'm going to go ahead and push that to the top of the list. Speaking of which, we're going to complete some of the anti-aircraft guns in less than a week. And some more of the radars will be completed soon. A bit more of the troops that are upgrading will be done fair enough or fairly soon as well. So that will be good. Less upgrades. Finland wants to buy some supplies. So Guangcheng is under attack. If we get the naval infantry in there, that's probably going to stop the enemy attack. Well, keep the enemy at bay, rather. So we are going to be there soon enough. It's not necessarily the best of units, but it will do. And then over here in the north, we are getting pushed back. But I suppose we have at least got on some time to dig in, gain some organization, reinforce. Oh, payment received. There we go. Getting some more money. And these troops are at least mostly holding on. I think now that they've won the battle in Arkansas, they are retreating a lot of their troops, or moving them elsewhere on the front line. Oh, and the 11th Division... Hold on, was it in here? Yeah, that one probably needs to pull back. I think Long Hua is going to be a victory nonetheless. So mercenaries, let's go ahead and assign it in here. I suppose we'll assign it under the... I guess it would be under the 3rd Corps, which doesn't have a leader yet. So let's go ahead and get someone in there. You know what? I don't know if it needs to be that great of a leader right now. Just get someone in there. And then the mercenary infantry is going to get one of the custom leaders. I think I'm going to put Noah in there. There we go. We'll at least have... slightly better stuff. And in about a month we'll get 2 more interceptor wings. Victory at Longhua. Another battle in there. They keep on trying, but we've dug in fairly well in those mountains. So they are going to be taking a lot of losses in trying to do so. And if we don't lose this strong point, which hopefully we don't, I'm going to pull back the motorized division at least. And maybe another one of the infantry divisions. Just retreat them so that they can be in this combat safe area for a while. And we'll see what the enemy does in here. We might be able to cut them off either through Argensum, or maybe we'll get to Shilinho and then cut them off at Kargangulud. But that is going to be difficult. I think we are going to need some more troops for that to be a possibility. Or within the realm of possibilities. Yeah, they just took that. But now they're trying to act... the 30th Division in here, plus whatever units we're supporting. We are a little bit low on organization there. We did manage to gain some. I suppose it's only level 3 infrastructure. You were to build that infrastructure up a little bit. It's going to take quite a while. But that might make it a bit more viable to defend. Mostly because we can regain the organization faster in there. I think this battle, unless they're sending a lot more troops into combat, which they don't seem to be sending yet. They're sending the Marines to the south. But now we've got enough firepower in there that they are outnumbered. Actually, how much are they outnumbered? That's like 6 to 1. And they're the one attacking, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for them, I reckon. Looks like Guangcheng, I think we might have to retreat at least to one of these to start regaining some organization. We can maybe send in one of the mountaineers from here to join that combat extent. So at least regaining some of the strength in some of the units. Unfortunately, not all of them. Although Duolun was another victory. We lost 120 men, they lost 2,000. Or well over 2,000 even. We just need to get that... oh, right. The artillery for the 30th Division will probably make it... Oh, well, this was quite a nice victory. We lost 1,600 men. They lost 10,000. But that's about a 6 to 1. Which is kind of the... what we should be having. Ah, they went all the way there already. Well, that means that that cavalry might not be able to get out of there. I'm going to go ahead and send in Iliescu's division over there. I suppose Tas can take over the duty in defending Dolun. It's not in constant attacks, luckily, so it can still gain some yeah, it can gain some organization and experience. And at the same time, well, not at the same time, but still, without moving. Right, there we go. Naval infantry has arrived to defend the mountains. I think that's going to be enough to hold back the enemy. Longhua is probably going to be a victory. We can send in one of the divisions joining back into the combat. Dulun, okay, so we are still under attack in several provinces here in the middle. But I think we... Oh, right, Italy decided it's our time. But did they... Right. They still have an attack there. They are still being pushed back by the French. Oh wow, France still holds Paris. It's already November 1940, so that's actually kind of surprising. But the French have been mostly defeated along the Maginot Line. How's the unity is quite low, so that's kind of a problem as well. Germans have not gone to Norway, or not returned to Norway, after their crushing defeat there. So I'm hoping that our troops... Oh, right. On the coastline... Oh, that tank division probably shattered itself, actually. So at least we are holding our ground fairly nicely. How long a range would it be? That's 150 kilometers. That's too far away for these. I suppose we are building the airfield in here, which is going to take some time. If we can get the airfield, we can then start wrecking a lot of these enemy forces in here. I mean, if we've got 135 kilometer range, not quite to Huludao, it's like 1 kilometer short. But then at least the province northwest of it, or probably more like north of it, is something that we can reach. We can't reach the province of Beipiao. Everything else pretty much under or south of the river up to Huludao will be something that we can reach. We can also, well, actually no, we can't reach north of the river all that much. There's one province that we can, but that's probably not going to be a combat province for a while. Right, Longhua was a victory. How are we doing? Right, there's another combat in there. That's how we're doing in the defense of the... It's not too bad. I'm going to retreat the motorized division, or Iliescu's division down that way. Oh, this doesn't look too good. I'm going to go ahead and retreat maybe one of the divisions. The rest of them can still hold on, but in such a way that we can at least reorganize some of these, or like let them regain organization, rest and recuperate, and then we can start pushing forward again. So another anti-aircraft gun will be completed on 18th of November. We'll get some oil rigs. We are still working on the interceptors. We'll also get the breakthrough division. Well, what I say is breakthrough division. It's not really that much of a breakthrough division. It's not bad, mind you, but it's... yeah, well, it will be taking a while still before it's completed. But I suppose the sooner we complete some of these things, complete, like the radar station, that's probably going to be enough to then go that on full speed ahead. And there we go, another victory at Dolun. Now they're attacking once again. Now with a fascist militia. That's a bold move. They're not going to get through there, so I think, even though we lost a little bit ground in the north, we've still got a fairly good strong position in here. We can keep on digging in there for a little while. And then we'll hopefully... Oh, Longhua under attack. Yeah. How's the battle in the mountains in here? We may need to pull back the 12th division. And then we're going to go ahead and maybe send in... No, none of these are really in shape to go back to fighting yet. How about that one? That one's still mostly okay. Dolun, another victory. Very small casualties on our side. Very substantial on the enemy side. How's the enemy manpower? We don't know yet. We do know that they're building some carriers. At least one carrier and some planes. But we don't know the manpower situation. It's probably not all that great, mind you. I think they started with about 2,000, but I think they have probably gone down at least like 100 or 200 by now. Because the amount of combats that have been happening and all that doesn't mean that they are having at least some losses for sure. And I'm hoping that it's more losses for their side than what it is from our side. Right, so now we've got the motorized division in here, assisting the defense in Sonikui, or Yugi. I think we are going to be able to hold on to that one. And along the coastline, we're still... Oh, actually, we're in pretty good shape here. I wonder if we should try to do a counterattack in here. Just let them waste their manpower a little while longer. We could probably go ahead and send this one up to help in Jinglong. And then that might... Well, it's probably not going to open up a route for counterattack yet. Oh, but there's the armor-piercing gap at advanced level 2. Very good. Now we've got 2 divisions over here resting. These 4 divisions I have dug in. They're not getting a lot of organization, mind you, but they are at least getting some. How's the infrastructure levels up here? So these are all level 3. That one's probably level 3 as well. That's level 3. So most of the infrastructure in here is kind of rubbish. So they won't be able to get much organization, but at least they're not in the front line. And there was another victory up here. Oh, there we go, victory at Jinglong. Alright, so one of these is heading to Guangcheng. It is going to be a victory, especially with the naval infantry arriving in there. That was the saving grace. It's a good thing that we had some reserves around for such a thing. Oh, they're trying to push through the corner. So I'm going to call this the corner of the front line in here, because it kind of is the corner. There's only 2... Oh, there's a garrison and a cavalry over there. That might be something we can at least destroy, but it's not really worth the effort quite yet. We'll see if they push in more troops there, and then we cut off more of them. But right now, it's a bit of a defensive stance for us. Once we get some of the troops back to full or better strength and all that, get some maybe a few more units built up. Especially once we get a 4th motorized division, which right now is waiting until late January before it's done, mind you. But, oh, right, and okay, the artillery unit was delayed to 1st of December. It's a bit of a shame, but I suppose it's still better than nothing. Oh, now they're trying to push through. Oh, that's the warrior division. Okay. Coastal submarine is something we're going to now build. We probably won't be building a lot of them, but it's nice to have the option, at least. So just 9 more days for another radar station to be completed. Looks like the infantry division over here is slowing down a little bit, the production. Is there any... Oh, we got tungsten mine online. Cool. Suppose we could also invest into the next level, I believe, still. Yeah, we can. Anything else that we need to worry about? I suppose we could try doing some trade, but there's not that much that we can do. We'll buy some copper. I do know that we are currently neutral on that, but we kind of want to make sure that we have a little bit extra. Also, we've got so much supplies that we can probably reduce the supply production down to like 15 IC to get a little bit more freed up for the other productions. I think that's going to be a good idea. There hasn't been, as far as I can tell, any strategic bombing or anything like that, has there? Not yet. At some point there might be. But as it stands now, no. Oh, there we go. Longhua was another victory. So we actually got too many units in here right now. I guess we could go ahead and pull back one of the Mountaineer divisions. And then once these have regained strength, we can recruit them in here. There we go. The enemy is at least taking a lot of casualties. This one's probably going to be a victory. I suppose at least we can send in one of these divisions in there. So not just so that we can start getting... Oh, naval under replenishment. Very good. And along the coastline, they're doing another very desperate counterattack from Zhejiang. And it's not going to go very far. So naval underway replenishment is something that we can drop now from the research queue. I mean, that's a pretty decent extra range. It does not go for the... Oh, actually, no. It does have an impact on the destroyers, but not for the torpedo boats. I don't remember if that has an impact on the already built destroyers. Maybe. There we go. Another victory at the coastline. We lost 50 men. They lost nearly 2,000. Might be time to do a bit of a counterattack from here. We'll leave the 2 light infantry behind. Go ahead and do the counterattack into Zhejiang. We can probably push them back now. I mean, they might have some troops close enough to support in here once again. So I think we'll be fine. The defense in Zhejiang. Oh, alright, we're no longer copper neutral. Okay, good. They keep on attacking in here. I mean, they got the benefit of being able to rotate the troops quite freely and not have to move them away from the combat. Whereas, but we need to pull them back behind the front line to let them regain organization, because we're not doing as many combats or attacks towards them as they're doing towards us. Right now, I mean, that will probably change soon enough. Well, not necessarily soon enough, but eventually it will change. I'm going to go ahead and attack in here, just to have a look. It's only garrison and a cavalry, so it's not that bad. And we are winning the... Oh, no, they're getting something more in here. It's an infantry division. I suppose what I could do is I could take the light infantry in here, give a support attack, and then from here we can go ahead and... Well, actually, most of these probably shouldn't be attacking, but maybe we can give one unit support attack, so we'll get the development penalty for Jiangjiang. And then from there we can just hopefully push them back. They're still pretty... harsh, well, frequent attacks in the northern corner in here, but I suppose at least at the western end of the front line we're still holding. I did take 1,000 casualties, but they're just 6,000, so it's not too bad. They're seemingly moving more troops into here. As long as we can just digging in there, I suppose. How long does it take for the pillboxes to be done? Mid-December. Okay, so it's not that long. At that point we can get a little bit more defensiveness in these two, and then maybe we can eventually cut them off in there. It might be easier said than done. Oh, and they're attacking on the western end. That is a... Oh, that's probably going to shatter itself, that marine division. Hydrophone advance, there we go. Dulun is under attack once again. So I suppose Taz is... Well, he's already skill level 3. He's not the leader of the combat, mind you, but could be worse. Oh, Guangsheng is under attack. Well, that's why 1 marine division, so... Attacking into mountains against 6 divisions, I think that's probably not going to go all that well. Now, to be fair, one of those divisions is currently in combat, so it can be kind of considered a spoiling attack. Now, whether it actually spoils anything or not remains to be seen. Well, it's just 6 more days for the artillery regiment for the 30th division. That's probably going to be what is... Well, I suppose it's going to start with very low organization, but that extra defensiveness and damage that is going to induce by that is going to be quite significant. And there we go. We won in the mountains of Quancheng. Counter in Jiancheng is going fairly well. We're attacking into Zhejiang. They've got a infantry division in there defending, which we're slowly pushing back, but it is not necessarily going to be all that quick. But again, we've got the manpower advantage in this combat, or the division advantage, and I suppose the manpower advantage is probably going to be going alongside with that quite easily. Yeah, we've got about 6 to 1. So I think that is going to be a victory for us, even with the reduced organization. Also having a little bit of a lack of officers. I'm going to go ahead and start recruiting some more. Put the leadership to 5. It does mean that the research is going to be slowed down a bit further, but I think that's just going to have to be the way it is right now. The northern corner is under attack again. I suppose this one is... we can still get a decent bit of organization, so that can rest. I suppose one of the mountaineers could at least move in here. And then we're going to maybe move one of the other mountaineers back. We'll wait for the reinforced to arrive first, and then we're going to retreat the old one, just so that there is at least enough firepower in there to defend the front line as much as is needed. I suppose another thing that we could do, if we can get to Huludao... Oh, Italy declared war on Greece. Okay. And there's the fall of France. Anti-Aggregate visual regime. They did not give the province to Japan yet, did they? No, not yet. I suppose since Japan is not in the Axis, I don't know if they will. Oh no, they are in the Axis. Wait, am I at war with all that? No, I'm just war against Japan. And Germany is still influencing on me. Hold on a minute. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. But alright then. So, defense in Dulun is still going as usual. The enemy is attacking across the river. Very desperately. How long until we get the airbase in Comintern? So that's mid-January. So that's still a little while away. Then we're going to go ahead and bring in the close air as well, which is still kind of doing the runway creation, probably not very effectively. At least every now and then. Oh, sea low preparations. Alright then. The Sea Lion, a shame of defeat. They haven't given the lands to Vichy France yet, have they? No, I don't think so. No, rather Vichy France has given the lands to Japan. Submarine periscope advance, so we can get the submarine tech at least upgraded. I think we're... Oh, and we're going to get the long range one. I think we're going to take these two. Oh, we'll get the sonar, that would be quite handy. So we now have 174 research. It's way too many. But naval stuff is something we will probably need. Although not actually against Japan directly, but eventually we might do some other wars that will require us to have a navy. Right, so at least these are regaining strength. Not so much organization yet, but it's something we're working on. And just 2 more days. Make that a 1 more day now. Then we'll get the artillery for the 30th Division. Which our avatar is leading, I suppose. A lot of counterattack still. Zhejiang, we've got 7 divisions attacking 1. Now, they're defending hills, so it might be a little bit difficult to hold on to. Oh, they brought in so much troops in here. I'm just going to go ahead and stop these attacks before it's too late. Let them do counterattacks. Which we will probably win. Is this too far away from Tianjin? It is, and it's way too far away. Well, I say way too far away. It's a relatively far away. Right, so it's a matter of hours. Oh, Guangzhou is under attack. Right, I was supposed to bring back one of these mountaineer divisions again. Let's do that. And Jinglong is under attack, but this one's probably going to be a fairly easy victory, even though we don't have digging bonus as much. Ah, we did get the heavy artillery in here. So it's a bit low on organization, perhaps, but that is going to be a lot more damage that we can deal. And on the western end of the front line, we have been under attack every now and then, but at least we're holding some of the ground there. We could probably move one of these in, and then switch one of these out. Probably the 18th Division, for example, could be pulled back. So that way we can at least get some of the strength back and organization back, so that they can fight for a little bit longer. Jinglong, it's... Oh, Soviet Union is mobilizing. Alright then. Ooh, and research production, yeah, I'll take that. Got some metal and energy from there. As well as... It's mostly we're doing for the IC efficiency production. Or for production, so that's... extra 2% in there. That can make quite a difference at some point. So, we could probably go ahead and switch one of these. And then we can take Taz out of the front line there. Because he hasn't had time to get a lot of organization. And in fact, what we might do is move him all the way down to the Menjiang, or former Menjiang capital. As soon as we get another infantry in here. Did not build up the infrastructure in here yet. Was it the... Right, it was the infrastructure up here that we were going to upgrade. Right, that's fine. Ray extraction is going to be done soon. We got another airbase. And we are soon getting the interceptors. Come on, we are having a lot of problems in pushing the enemy back. It's mostly because we have no air support in here, essentially. Well, the enemy doesn't have a lot of air support either, mind you, but we're not doing quite the damage that we need to. It looks like we had... Oh, right. The corridor is under attack again. It's an infantry battalion, so it's not really that much of a problems. And the Germans are postponing Sea Lion. At the western area of the front line, we are under attack once more. Gulun and Longhua. Jinglong was a victory. Ah, right, but they've brought in a lot more troops in here, so I don't think we'll be able to push them completely back. I'm going to go ahead and retreat one of these units into Shangli, just so that I can start regaining some organization. It's very important for us to do a lot of the troop rotation. So how do we... No, we don't have any information about Japan yet. We are sending spies in there, but of course what we sent there probably gets caught every now and then. There we go, that's going to be another victory. There we go. 67 losses for us, 2,300 for them. Not too shabby, and it's a fairly open terrain as well. So that's even more impressive. Okay, we lost 500 men in Guangcheng. Or Guangcheng. But it's not going to be too bad. Again, we've dug in fairly well in here. We've got a lot of reserve units in here to send in. I suspect that they might, at some point in the not-too-distant future, be running into a problem where just most of the troops that they were doing attacks with are reinforcing, or something like that. And, of course, all these combats that, or the losses that the enemy is taking, not only is it eating into their manpower pool, however, the AI will effectively have unlimited manpower, but what it does mean that a lot more of the industry is focused on just reinforcing the troops. And thus, they won't be building more troops. And eventually we can get to the point where, like, half the troops on the mainland are reinforcing or in a lower strength than what our troops are. And then we can start doing a lot of, or taking a lot of gains. But until then, there's a lot of defending for us. So these 5 divisions are mostly okay, actually. Those are fairly good. Go ahead and move in one of the infantry divisions to the north. We'll go ahead and move in one of the mountaineers over here into Jinglong, just to provide some extra protection there. And then we've got a few extra divisions to shuffle troops in and out of Guangcheng. We also have a little bit extra reinforcements. I know that I could be using the utility tool to change the sliders automatically, so it would save me a little bit of micro, but at the same time, it's just it's an old habit. If in case we need to do some changes, like maybe reduce the supply production even further, we can do that quite easily without having to go to the utility tool separately to set all of these up. And there we go. Another victory in Jinglong. There was about 61 losses there, so that's good. They will probably do another attack here shortly. How's the... Oh, the coastline is going to be another victory for us. We did have one unit retreating, but that is something that we ordered to retreat, to be fair. It's been taking a while for it to actually get anywhere from there. And looks like the corner is under attack again. Italy? No, I'm going to consult to Italy. Tungsten. Because hopefully we are going to be supporting the Soviet Union later on, but right now we're a little bit busy with all of these things. But it looks like along the coastline there's a lot of enemy divisions. There's quite a bit of enemy divisions up north as well, but I think that in the north that's probably going to be the best bet for us to cut off the enemy. Let's go ahead and bring Taz down to here. And let it regain its organization. And then what we'll do is we'll probably try to get them into the... Yeah, we've got one of the motorized divisions in here already. We could maybe get one over here on the western end of the front line. And then what we'll try to do is we'll try to cut off the enemy in here, destroy their pocket, and then hopefully hold on to the pillbox line again. And then start maybe eventually pushing further north. Or northeast mostly. Wait a minute, did they get the... Oh, they did. Alright then. Move those in. And then I suppose what I can do is I can start moving across the border into Indochina. And we're under attack. So that might be explaining why they're sending a lot of troops away from the front line suddenly. It's because they've got another front line to worry about. Now, we don't have a lot of troops for the southern front line, so this does concern me a little bit. I think what we... Oh, Sonic, you... Okay, actually, one of the things that I could do... I'm going to send in another mountaineer up here. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the naval infantry down south, actually. Because, honestly, I think the jungles are going to be... Or the jungle in Indochina are going to be probably the better place for them to be in. Plus, there's several rivers that we need to cross. Oh, right. Well, I suppose if you want to attack there... Oh, Berserk is leading the defense here. Mountaineer already. Okay. Right, which one was the one... Yeah, that was the retreat. Or one that we were pulling up from the front line already. Right, we're getting some victories at least. That is... Ah, interceptors. There we go. I'm going to get some of the interceptors in Weihai. I'll go ahead and... We'll put the spotter. Wilhelm over here. I'll be in charge of those interceptors. And it's going to take a while before it's ready to start doing any sorties or anything like that yet, but sooner or later we will. But the close air support is still not doing all that much. How much do we have morale on these? It's 92, so it's not that bad. And the infrastructure, well, the infrastructure level could be a little bit better, so we're going to give that another 2 levels. Get that up the list. So the breakthrough division is going to be done in about a month. We're going to get another interceptor tomorrow, or squadron interceptors tomorrow. And then we are going to get the 2 pillboxes done in 2 days. So that's pretty decent, but I do see that that is going to have to be in tomorrow's episode because we are out of time for today. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll show you the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.